Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Look back here, hello.
Marco, run that up.
I stay in the field. I get to the pack like running back just so I know it's real. I be working hard like every day, you don't know how this feel. And I be ballin' hard like every time, feel like my name Shaquille. And I be ballin' hard like every time, feel like my name is Kobe. And when I'm in the field, I grind so hard, man, these people can't hold me. I ball like a Spider-Man, I ball like Ginobili. Best podcast in the world, that's what them people told me. I be talking.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Tony Glasgow. I am your host. I'm sitting here talking with Steven. We are BNS-ing 2. We're just going to sit around and talk a bit about a few things. The main topic we're going to talk about is going to be our top 5 sci-fi movies. So we'll go ahead and get into that a little bit later on. But first of all, I just wanted to ask you, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good.
All right,
good.
That's good.
Ready for the national championship game.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Semifinals were good, too. So,
yeah.
You know, it's going to be a hell of a game tonight.
Oh, yeah. Should be a good one.
Yeah.
No, with Aiden, though, we've got stuff planned from, like, end of... He's going to go to the UCO Junior Day, and I think it's a week from Thursday. I think he's going to go with, like, Jace and all of them. They're going to caravan up there, I guess.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to the Rivals camp, which is like where they'll do the 40 and all that stuff. So I'll have to start focusing on his 40 and the start time and stuff.
Okay. When is that? When's Rivals?
I think it's May 2nd. It's that first.
3rd and 4th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3rd and 4th. I was looking at that the other day. Yeah. I'm
so
trying to go to that too.
We're signed up for that because we need to get a 40 time. And last time he did pretty well at that little combine or whatever. It's more of a combine than a camp.
Right.
And then he won't have anything until probably the end of May, Memorial Weekend. So I think Eileen and I are busy that weekend. One of my friends from high school is getting married, but he got invited to the 6-star finals competition. So he did the one here in Dallas, I think in December. And as a running back, he got selected as one of the ones to be invited to the finals. So that's in Missouri.
All right.
I think he's going to go to that. Which we've told him he's got to be very confident when he goes there. Like, don't beat the back of the line, beat the front of the line, because you can shine, you can show out. And then after that, we've got a few other camps that we'll do through. Like the biggest one we're doing is Washburn, UCO, Stillwater. So ever since he's played football, we've pretty much done the Stillwater camp for fun. Just go to OSU, let him go do the football camp. Last year, he did get semi-noticed, which is good. So we're hoping this year, because he does well at the drills that they do. Mm-hmm. So like the OSU camp is one of the ones where I've seen other camps do, but the first like 2 hours is combine. You do your 40, you do your agility. Right. And then when that's done, you go out and do drills with your coaches. So he went with the running backs, did drills. That one Ryder was there. He did linebacker drills. So,
okay.
And then,
so is that different? I guess they have a couple of different camps, because we went to one and we didn't see y'all there at that one.
Correct.
So I guess it was.
Yeah, they have several. Like they've got, I think, 2 in June, 2 in July.
Okay.
And then they'll have like a different camp. From my understanding, they'll have a different camp for different kids. Like, so like if you're one of the kids they're going to offer, they might bring you to a different camp, like more selective, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, and then like today, he just got a message from a coach at Northwestern Oklahoma State, which is where Kadrick goes.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to go to that, which is April 26th, I think.
Okay.
So he'll go to that junior day and go see the spring game, which is great because he gets to go watch Kadrick play. So,
right. Yeah.
But yeah, he's all in, excited. He's still training. He just got done with track. He did I think pretty much for every track race or event, whatever you want to call it, he got faster, whether it was by 0.03 or 0.1,
Yeah.
In track, it's crazy. Like it could be, your foot slips and you don't run as fast, right? So it's one of those things where track is not for the faint of heart, for sure. That is for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's good that he's improved. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. You got to improve, even if it is a 10th or 100th.
Correct. And I will say, and I think my wife, we talk about a lot, is it's crazy to think the amount of physical activities they put on themselves between football and track. Like it's a lot because he's doing football workouts. He wants to get bigger, stronger, faster for football, but he wants to be fast on the track. So it's like a fine line between the two.
Yeah.
But he's doing it. I mean, he like his hamstring hurts. So I texted your wife like, hey, where does he get needling done and stuff? So we're trying to make sure that we can keep him healthy, because putting that much on your body can be hard, but
yeah. So main thing is like after spring ball, I know you're going to be doing camps and stuff like that, but as much as you can, just get rest and, treatment, PT as much as you can. So he's going to be good. I mean, he's all right. He's going to be good.
Yeah. We're trying to make sure that, we don't have a lot of camps, and then that we're also making sure that where we're traveling, that we make it the most of our time, right? So like I think Washburn's on a Thursday, UCO's on a Saturday, Stillwater's on a Sunday. So we might try to find something on a Friday, not for him to go do something, but go meet a coach. Like if we're in Kansas, is there another school that we could reach out to and be like, hey, he's here, can you just swing by your facilities? I have no idea. So
yeah.
Hopefully spring goes well for him, and we'll see how it goes. But he wants to play football, so that was the one thing we asked him. He doesn't care where. He then iterated, I just don't want it to be cold, but I don't care. I'm like, so do you care or you don't care? I don't care. Okay.
Oh, he gets up in a little cooler weather. He wouldn't care.
Yeah, he wouldn't
just
care.
long as he's running the ball.
Correct. Yeah. So he's been, but it's been interesting to say the least. And spring ball starts in what?
A week?
3 weeks? No, it's the 21st.
Okay.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just be here before you know it.
Correct.
So everybody's geared up for it. I know it's going to be a good little camp. I know they're just, just gnawing at the bit to try to get to do something. They want to get some pads on. I know it won't be that physical, but they want to get some pads on and actually do some real football.
Correct.
Them.
Yeah, it'll be good. I know this week they're doing their maxes. So,
okay.
Which will be the first time I think some of the kids have maxed because of track, like the track kids.
Right.
I know the majority do it, but it'll be interesting to see what they can do.
So I noticed the other day when I was over there that you had your shoes lined up, all the white shoes lined up. Is that for that basketball team you were talking about?
No, this is for a foundation here locally. There was a recommendation from, I did some shoes for Cactus Canyon, and it's somebody that works for Marty B. That he recommended. I guess they recommended me, and I did a mock-up for one, and I was like, you want me to do how many? So it was 6 total.
Okay.
So what you saw was me prepping them. Since I have 6 of them, I don't have room upstairs, so I unlaced them, acetoned them again, and then they're upstairs now getting ready to start painting them because they need them by the end of the month.
What does the acetone do? Is that just kind of
takes out it takes off the finish. So like on your shoes, like on my shoes right now, if you try to paint them, it would come off basically not immediately, but pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So like,
so it doesn't seal.
Correct. Like it doesn't, it doesn't adhere.
Yeah.
So I think one of the boys told me that they painted their own shoes and like put rhinestones on them. And I said, oh, that's cool. Did you acetone it? They're like, no. After he played in like 5 minutes, they started popping off, and he said the paint started cracking. Sometimes the ones that I do will do that over time, but if you don't acetone it, it'll immediately happen.
Yeah.
So
it's like not sanding a car down or whatever.
Correct.
Just painting over. Yeah.
And then depending on like, I did a pair of cleats for a kid too. Normally acetone's good enough. If you have cleats and stuff, you have to sand it down because it's not leather, it's that plastic. Mm-hmm. So you have to rough it up so it has something to grab to. But like most of the time, if you're doing an Air Force One or like Jordans like these, you just acetone is fine. Like it does good.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah, I never knew that process or that part of the process.
Yeah,
stripping them down like that.
They say that that's like the most critical piece. Like you could have if a shoe's just going to be used for like sitting on a shelf, you don't have to do, you can just start painting immediately. But that's a lot of the people I follow say you got to acetone it.
Yeah.
That's like the number, like you can't acetone it enough. Just get the finish off.
Oh, really?
And then it sticks.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if you're going to be putting it through wear and tear, then it's going to be a lot of, especially like, like the boys say, they want to crease it. But as soon as you get that crease in it, it's going to start popping and cracking.
Oh, yeah. So I've got those 6, and then I'm doing some for Garcia, some Geyer ones. One of them is very simple. It's just put a Geyer logo on the back tab, easy. And then one of them is, he wants it to be like a Panda Dunk colorway. So he bought an all white shoe, and I'm going to put some black on it.
A what?
Panda Dunk.
Like Panda print type?
No. Panda Dunk's black and white.
Okay.
So it's a standard Nike shoe that was really popular. It's just black and white. That's
okay.
It.
Yes.
So
I'm
Ryan,
shoe guy, so
Ryan bought a silver
Yeah.
and white shoe and was like, I want to put black on it. So I did, and then the silver has like a splatter to it. So I took the black, put some metallic silver with it, and then splattered it to kind of give it that effect on the black. So
Yeah.
But
All right.
and then I'm gonna do a pair for the basketball Geyer coaches for winning the championship.
Okay.
He doesn't know about it, but
Yeah. Well, don't watch.
so anyways, that one will take a little bit more time, but since I'm not under a time constraint, I'm doing all the other ones first before I do his.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right. So is that the latest things that you're working on? Do you have anything else you're going, or
other than
if
that,
somebody were to hit you up right now, would you have the bandwidth to do that? Or
yeah, like I had a buddy of my brother's message me about painting shoe black and gold, and it's all white. I said, "Is that all you want?" He's like, "Yes." And then that's easy. Get them to my house, and I'll get them done over a weekend.
Yeah,
Like if it requires a print, that takes a little bit longer. Like the Air Forces have their logo on the side, so that'd take a little bit longer. But if it's just a color swap, it's not that hard. And luckily, we're not busy over the next couple weekends. I mean, my daughter has softball, but we're not traveling for Aiden or anything right now.
Yeah.
Which this summer might be difficult because of the amount of travel we'll be doing for like camps and stuff. But yeah. And then like the 3D printing, I had that same people I did the basketballs for, and the keychains. They said that I'll get another order in today to do more keychains.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
I saw you posted those, or did you send it to me directly?
I think I
or did you post
posted
it?
them
Yeah.
and sent them to you. I think. But,
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to do those keychains. I think the same ones again for them, and then I'm going to try to. I have an Etsy shop, but I have not really done a lot with it. But those airless basketballs I showed you were picking up steam because they're like, you can get them on Amazon for like $250, whatever it is, but it's like mixed reviews, but people sell them for a lot. And I was just like, I don't, I think I told the lady $225 or something. I can't remember, because the filament's almost close to $100 and it's a 2-day print. So I can't do anything for 2 days on my printer.
Yeah.
Which is hard.
Yeah.
Cause like,
I saw those the first, and you talked about it and everything, and you told me about it, but I saw those for the first time. I was like, wow, that is cool. I mean, you bounce it and all you hear is just a little bit of a on the floor when you bounce. So hey, if you guys are looking for that, hit him up. I mean, if you're looking for that, what do they call it? Noiseless or basketball? Or what do they call it?
Basically noiseless basketball. You can look up airless basketball because Wilson has one and it's like popular as ever. Yeah. But they're really expensive. The other thing, I haven't tried it yet. Hopefully I can figure it out, but I think I can do it to where it has the logo in the side of the ball with this filament. And then even footballs, I think I can figure out how to do it with a logo in it as well. So I'm trying to figure all that out, but I'm not going to, I only have so much time in the day.
Yeah. So for that logo, is there a certain flat spot where you put it on, or how does it into the webbing of it? Or
it'd be to the webbing.
Okay.
So my uncle and I figured out a way to take the image, cut the image, and then put the image back on. So it basically, like the sphere of the ball, it would go with the sphere.
Oh, okay.
And I believe the filament it uses, I can do it to where it'll change it out. Now there's a new printer I'm trying to convince my wife to let me get that has 2 heads in the printer. So it can do 2 colors simultaneously, and it will never, like the one I have now, it feeds it, it prints, pulls it out, puts the other one back in. So it takes time to go between 2 colors.
Right.
Well, this new printer, it has 2 colors at the same time. So it just goes up and down. It never has to like take time to
stop and switch.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when my uncle was telling me that this morning, I was like, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and figure out a way to get that. Because I was even telling like Eileen, like the footballs and basketballs alone, like if you could put a logo in them, I'm pretty sure people would buy it. I know they'll still probably buy them, but to make them custom to whatever the consumer wants, especially in this area where sports are huge, like you throw a Wildcat logo on a football. I mean,
you can't print enough of those.
yeah, I mean, you could do it, and heck, the Booster Club can buy them and then sell them. I don't care. Like kids would love them, especially those flexible ones, because you can throw them in the house and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
your uncle's into this too. He prints.
yeah, he's a police officer who got into printing for like parts for like weapons and stuff, and then he did it for fun. He's done some stuff, and so he's helped me a few times with designs and things like that. Because his kids are all older. He has a little bit more free time than I do, and he'll probably listen to this, but he does. He really does. So he's helped quite a bit with a lot of what we're doing, what I'm trying to do. And I even told him, like, if I get a lot of orders, he's talking about getting another printer to help me. And there's somebody else here that's a friend of mine from high school who he has a printer. I was like, dude, we should start just like printing stuff together and start trying to make some money on the side. But
Just go crazy with it.
yeah, but the problem is the managing of that Etsy store is so difficult.
What's hard about it? I don't know.
Like, for example, I got an order for one of the footballs. I had no idea I got an order because it comes in the email. I didn't get notified. I went back and looked. It got dumped into spam. Well, I'm not on the app enough because I don't like send it out a lot, that it became basically overwhelming, because I got the email when they canceled. I was like, what are you talking about? So I sent him an email apologizing, like, hey, I never saw this. If you still want it, let me know. I never heard back, but it was just one of those things where I wasn't in it, the app, enough to know that somebody had ordered, but I did get the email. It just went to junk.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was unfortunate.
Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So is there a way you can set that up to where you're notified a different way? I mean, I know you can put a rule in for the junk mail, but is there another way you can make sure Etsy gets you the message?
Yeah, I think so. I think I need to tell it to not go to junk, and then I also need to make sure that the app tells me, which I need a new phone. My phone sucks. I'm going to get an Android. I don't want
What? That's the first time I ever heard anybody say they're going from iPhone to Android.
I only went to iPhone because of Ryan Garcia. I hope you're listening. I only went to iPhone because of him.
Oh, really?
When we were coaching youth football, I was the only coach that couldn't get the videos. So I switched.
Yeah.
Because I had a work phone and I had a personal phone. So my work phone was Android. My personal phone then became iPhone. Well, when I left my company, I only had one phone. So I kept the iPhone. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I can't delete. So my brother, who loves Apple, I was like, hey, how do I get rid of all this stuff on my phone? He's like, what are you talking about? I said, I have a lot of text messages with pictures on it. How do I mass delete? Yeah, you can't do that. I'm like, you can't do that.
So you can't highlight the contact and just delete the whole conversation.
Like Android, you can do it super easily.
Yeah.
Very easily. Now I can do it for people. So like the problem is like I do a lot of memes and GIFs. So like if I'm in a text message with you and I send you a lot of images or videos, right?
Yeah.
I can delete your whole text conversation. But then all the other pertinent information that I need, let's say like a year ago we were texting and I needed that text, I don't have it anymore because I deleted it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So iPhone wants you to do that. I'm like, no, I want to delete just the crap that I don't need.
Right.
So my brother admitted that.
Together.
Correct. That's my brother admitted, because he loves Apple.
Yeah.
He admitted that that's the one dumb thing about Apple. I was like,
oh yeah.
Now, granted, I have a 64 gig phone, and that's not a lot of space, and everyone makes fun of me. But I'm like, I don't need more than that.
Yeah.
So I think if I got a different phone or with more capacity, it would probably solve the issue because some of my apps work or don't work. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
Okay. That's funny. Yeah, like I said, I've never heard anybody say they're going
Well, I used to have.
away from it. Yeah.
I love Google, so I had Google phone when they first came out,
Okay.
and then I switched to I switched to Apple, and now I'll probably go back to Google. Like, your wife's phone, the one that folds open.
Yeah.
I'm looking at something like that because of Leo. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and the only thing that worries me is like the battery life. So like Eileen gets upset because like I do this all the time. I will research to no end before I make a purchase. So my problem is we're about to come up on the new releases of all the new phones and stuff. So I'm like, if I just hold out to find out what they're going to release, is it going to be worth it? So,
So you probably knee deep in all the previews of everything that's coming out since everything's about to be released, right?
trying to.
Yeah. What are you leaning towards? You said the Google phone.
Yeah, probably Google.
Yeah.
Or like TJ has that Samsung that takes incredible video. Like,
Yeah, that video is
Dude.
good. Yeah.
he takes like incredible video with that phone. And what's so funny is again, my brother and every Apple person will say their phone's the best, but then they'll be like, "Wow, that's amazing." I'm like, the technology is literally the same for everybody. Like
Right.
once you're looped into Apple, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Like my wife, Eileen went from Apple to Android. She just didn't like the simplicity, so she went back to Apple. And then all of her family's on Apple, so that's where, like, I'll agree. FaceTime's the coolest
that is
feature.
a good thing. Yeah.
You hit one button, video pops up. There's to Leo, Uncle Joe. There's Uncle Joe,
Yeah.
right? When you have to do a Google Meet and click 3 different buttons, oh, dude.
I've never even done that. I don't want to mess with it.
Trust
Yeah.
me, it is like rocket science to some people. I'm like, literally just hit accept. I'm calling you. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go Google, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
Yeah.
But then like I'll like Apple. I use the iPad for all my designs for the shoes and stuff.
So it's awesome for that.
Yeah.
For, any type of artistic
Absolutely.
or graphic design. Yeah.
Now,
Apple
granted-
products are great.
I almost got a Microsoft Surface Pro, but I never did that. But like the Apple, I have the same iPad I've had for years, and I literally just use Adobe, I think, and I just literally design it up, send it to people, get their feedback. Once they agree, I use that as the basis, and we go forward.
Yeah.
It honestly is so easy for that.
Yeah, I would stick with that as far as your designs go. And I would not get a Surface. Gina's having all kinds of problems with hers. And I'm an IT, so I've
Right.
seen it. I don't like over time, like after about a year, they start having a lot of problems. They
Right.
update problems. They just automatically shut down sometimes. And so I don't think I would ever get one. I had a used one that I was using and it just was kind of old or whatever. And I understand that, but a brand new one, I don't think I would get a new one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that iPad until it kicks the dust. I mean, Leo just broke the screen on it by accident, and I was like, "We're just going to get the screen fixed." Like, I don't even want to mess with. I don't even want to mess with it because, like, for work, I wanted a Surface Pro because I was in the field doing a lot of measurements and stuff like that. And so, like, the touchscreen aspect and like having Excel and all that, like, literally in a small tablet form that was a computer, intrigued me. My company would not do it, just want iPads. I'm like, I get it, but for what I'm doing right now, I need the capability to go between Excel and Bluebeam. That's what we were using.
Yeah.
I need that, and the only thing that can do that is a laptop. Well, I need a laptop in a tablet form because I'm out in the field walking.
Yeah.
But to your point, you start doing research and there's a lot of issues with it, and it's like, yeah, it's not for. So it's like one of those, you got to find the happy medium. And again, Apple is very good at the iPad on stuff it can do. So there's like, I forget the app. I found an app that did almost the exact same than what I needed. So we got rid of the Surface idea. I mean, all of our subcontractors use Surface, and I really liked it, but I never dove into it.
So Apple doesn't run Bluebeam. There's not a version for Apple.
They
I
have,
thought they did.
I think they now have, so it wasn't Bluebeam that I used. It was, wasn't playing. I can't remember the name. It was something similar to that because you're right. They didn't have that at the time.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would mark it up in Bluebeam on my computer, send it to myself, open it up in that file, and then use it from there when I was in the field.
Oh, okay.
Because Bluebeam is like in construction the coolest.
Yeah, it's the standard basically.
Yeah, it basically is.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing where, like in construction, it's becoming like your iPad's very useful, but like your phone is even more of a tool than an iPad now because everyone has a phone.
Yeah.
Like
in pictures. I mean, you just
yeah,
snap a picture really quick, and it's high quality.
Correct. That's where someone was arguing with me about like, oh, well, everyone doesn't have an iPad. I said, well, everybody has a phone. And in 2025, they're all smartphones.
Yeah.
They're no longer like you can get the Flip Nextel, whatever, but most of them are smartphones.
Yeah.
So I was like, you can't have that excuse anymore.
So let's get into what we originally called this meeting about, this BS meeting about.
Okay.
So we're going to do the top 5 sci-fi movies of all time of each of us. So we haven't discussed this between us, and I don't know how you want to do it. If you want to do your 5, my 5, or you want to do all of your 5 and then all of mine, or how you want to do that?
Well, let's do 5. We'll just work our way up.
Okay. All right. So let's go. All the criteria. You got it down.
I had to write it down.
Well, I did too. I'm old school. I got mine on paper.
There's a lot that I...
Well, I kind of want to set the criteria too, because when we say all time, I'm thinking, because I'm a little bit older than you, and so I'm thinking something that I would watch if I see it on TV, flipping through or whatever, and I see it on TV. I would stop on it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that there's a lot of new things or really new things that have come out that I really like, but we're talking about something that's no matter what, you drop anything and watch, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, and one thing, it's kind of, I think it was kind of peaking on this list, but I wanted to watch all of mine on my list this weekend or this week, and I didn't get around to it, but I did watch Dune. And man, and you know what? I must have been tired when I started it the first time, because from beginning to end, I was like, whoa, ooh, what is, oh man, that's cool. That's awesome.
So you did watch it?
I did watch it. I watched it all the way through.
The first one?
The first one, yeah.
Not the second one yet?
I'm going to get to the second one.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess I was tired. It must have been late, because I've done that before on good movies.
Yeah.
And I had to go back and watch them again. And I guess this was just one of them, because I was intrigued by the whole thing, man. It's an epic, sweeping classic. It's huge.
Like I told you, I watched it by myself, and then literally probably 24 hours later watched it with Eileen, and it was better the second time.
Yeah.
And even Dune 2, I remember watching it in theaters, like all the hype, and I was like, man, that wasn't that good. And I just rewatched it probably. I was traveling somewhere, watched it on the plane, finished it at home, and I was like, dude, this is like, okay, never mind. This is really good.
Yeah.
Like when I saw it in theaters, remember my brother loved it, and I was like, the first one's still better. Right. But when you watch it, the second one's just as good. Like it's almost like, I don't know if it's better, but it's definitely builds upon it to where you're like, okay, when's the third one coming out?
Yeah.
So
when what's the runtime on the second one?
About the same as the first.
Okay.
Like 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like it's a good sized movie, and that one builds upon it more. So it's more about Eileen compares it to Star Wars, and it makes me upset.
Oh man! But you know what? From the previews that I saw and all the posters and everything, I thought it was going to be more about Zendaya,
right?
Than it was. I mean, she was in it a fair part towards the last quarter or whatever. But I thought she was going to be the love interest, way on.
Correct.
But she kind of made appearance in dreams and stuff like that. And then she finally was real. But yeah, it was a good movie, man.
The second one will throw you for a loop then.
Yeah, okay. Don't tell me too much.
I won't.
All right.
I mean, it'll take you 3 years to watch it, but that's fine.
It won't take that long, man.
We'll have another Dune movie, like Dune 7. And I haven't watched 2 yet.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.